Prologue. This man is going to kill you. There is murder in his eyes. You've seen enough in your lifetime to recognize the danger that you're in. This man will not wait for an explanation. He will not even allow you a split second to catch your breath. He will end you. It's just the two of you in this stifling, claustrophobic space. He made certain of that. He stalked you and waited until the moment you were alone. Then he locked the door behind you. Now here you are. And he can do whatever he wants to you. Nobody knows you're here. Your nose is bruised, possibly broken. Blood streams from your nostrils in warm rivulets, dripping down your lips. It tastes metallic. Slamming his fist into your nose is one of the first things he did to you, before even saying hello. It was his way of letting you know he means business. I will break every single bone in your body, he hisses at you. He means it. Oh, God, he definitely means it. You never thought your day would end up this way. If you had known, if you had any idea at all what this man would do to you, you would have made very different decisions this morning. You thought you could handle this, but from the beginning, you were in over your head. You had no idea. It's your fault you're here. You made a terrible mistake. And now, it's too late. Chapter 1. Millie. I'm going to cut your throat, Millie Calloway. Those words are not how you want to be woken up first thing in the morning. But here I am, groggy from the deep, dream-filled sleep that I was wrenched from by this early morning phone call. I'm holding the phone to my ear, wondering if the harsh, whispered threat I just heard was part of a dream I was still having. After all, who gets woken up by somebody promising to cut their throat? Well, me, apparently. Excuse me? I say into the phone, my voice still scratchy with sleep. I roll over in bed to prop myself on my side, rubbing my eyes to wake myself up. Maybe I heard them wrong. Maybe instead of cutting my throat, the stranger on the other end of the line actually wants to cut the costs of my car insurance. You heard me. The male voice growls, his voice low and ominous. You stuck your nose in the wrong place, and now you're going to pay the price. A brief pause follows for me to absorb this new piece of information, and then, I'm going to kill you slowly and painfully, Millie Calloway. Nope, not a dream. This is most definitely real and clearly meant for me, as evidenced by the repeated use of my full name. I can't pretend this is some sort of wrong number or spam call, but it's not the first death threat I've received, and it won't be the last. I'm not thrilled about the fact that it arrived on my wedding day, though. They say rain on your wedding day is good luck. Death threats on your wedding day? Probably not so much. Still, I know exactly how to deal with this asshole. Go to hell, I reply calmly. Then I jam my thumb into the red button on the screen to end the call. I toss my phone back onto the nightstand where it has spent the evening charging, next to the mouth guard that is supposed to keep me from grinding my teeth at night, if I could ever remember to pop it in before bedtime. I refuse to let that call get to me. I have a tendency to do things that piss people off, and occasional death threats are to be expected, but they have never proven to be more than empty words. It's something